stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Monday. Yay, Monday. We made it through the weekend. I didn't do my neck cracks before I came on here. I'm like getting older, man. Make a lot more noise when I move around now. I do that old man grunting stuff when I'm getting up and moving around. So, if you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Please let me know that you're here. I'll go ahead and get the chat up and going. Just okay. So before we get started today, I wanted to talk a little bit about, there's not necessarily a word for it, but essentially is from the time that we're little kids, we are taught about how alcoholics and drug addicts are just bad people. So when we grow up and we get later in life, we're those bad people. And that almost feels like a setup, doesn't it? I mean, if we're aware of this and we know about it, heck, my mom knew that I had a problem with drugs and alcohol. I think I'm blowing people out here. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There we are. That should be a little bit better. There we go. Not blowing people's ear. If you're wearing headphones, I was probably blowing your ears out. Sorry about that. So we're kind of trained to think this way. And as a man growing up in this society, I was also taught that my best emotion in order to utilize was anger. That's what I was taught by the man that raised me. I don't blame him. I would have been pretty angry too. Was not an easy kid to raise, but the cards are stacked against us in the very beginning, right? Even our thought process is different. So, if you're new in the program, I'm going to let you know a couple things. Number one, it's not your fault. All right. It is not your fault that you are an alcoholic or a drug addict. Okay? You were born that way. You were not given the choice, man. You weren't given the choice. Just like you weren't given the choice to have 10 fingers and thumbs, right? Got those too. Everybody kind of has their thing. Some people have it a little bit tougher than others. I don't know why. Maybe those people will see their story as going as far down as they did, is that how they can turn that to gold and turn it around and help other people. Let's get to daily reflection and find out what this happy, joyous, and free thing's about them. Hey, Chris, good to see you. That should have popped up. I don't know if it's just popping up for me or for you guys too. So, all right, happy, joyous, and free. We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. We cannot subscribe to the belief that this life is a vale of tears, though it was once just that for many of us. But it is clear that we made our own misery. God didn't do it. Avoid then the deliberate manufacture of misery. But if trouble comes, cheerfully capitalize it as an opportunity to demonstrate His omnipotence. Page 133. You know what? Life is not dull, I can tell you that. Once you get yourself steeped into service work, you're going to find you're going to find you don't have you don't have much time for your own problems anymore. You're not really going to need to. I was talking in a meeting yesterday, and I'm a free man. See, God took it all, and now I get to spend my day. Now I get what I get to do is I get to spend my day helping other people. That's this. I do this for a living. I'm very blessed that way. So God took that all away so that I could go help his other children. It's a pretty sweet deal, man. Hey, I won on both accounts. And I'm following the proper use of the will. I'm following God's will. It's like I don't have a big book. I have like 15 million copies of this thing. We've been speaking to you of serious, sometimes tragic things. Here, let's you know let's get to the good stuff. So we think cheerfulness and laughter make for usefulness. Yeah, don't you feel a lot better when you're having a good time? When you're laughing and everything's just kind of calm, nothing's happening? Are you doing a lot better that way? You can still live that life with a bunch of shit happening around you. You can do it. Outsiders are sometimes shocked when we burst into merriment over a seemingly tragic experience out of the past. But why shouldn't we laugh? We have recovered, and we have been given the power to help others. What a line, right? We have recovered. Yes, recovered. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I don't say that in meetings. I don't say it very often. And I'll tell you why. The stigma in the program. Wow, another stigma coming from inside. When we decide to make the decision that we do not want to be recovered, because even though it says it a million times and we want to fight it, guess what you're going to get? Not recovered. That's what you'll get. I don't know why people fight me on, well, I can't be cured of alcoholism. That's not what it says. It says we have recovered, right? From a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Alcohol and drugs and food, everything else is a part of the disease. The real problem is this. That's the actual problem. Right? So we do recover. Okay? Don't stop yourself from recovering by saying you don't want to be recovered because you don't believe it. There was a lot of things you didn't believe that you do now. Everybody knows that those in bad health and those who seldom play do not laugh much. So let each family play together or separately as much as their circumstances warrant. That's what I do with my kids and my grandkids. A lot of yard work to be done. I know. They're like, you have your yard. Yeah, they don't know any. They don't know any different. They're too young to know any different, and they just want to spend time with me. I don't give them big chores. Move that rock from there over there. Move so that, can you pull those weeds? They did a great job pulling weeds last time they were here. They got 80% of it done. It made my job a lot easier. And we spent a lot of time together. We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. We cannot subscribe to the belief that his life is a vale of tears. Though it was once just that for many of us, but it is clear that we made our own misery. God didn't do it. Avoid it then, the deliberate manufacture of misery, like not letting yourself recover. That recovered thing. Yeah. All right, Gary. See you, man. For years, I believed in a punishing God and blamed him for my misery. I have learned that I must lay down the weapons of self in order to pick up the tools of the program. Yeah, you're going to have to stop fighting in order to pick up the tools, or your hands are going to be they're going to be doing other stuff. I do not struggle with the program because it is a gift, and I have never struggled when receiving a gift. If I sometimes keep on struggling, it is because I'm still hanging on to my old ideas, and the results are nil. We have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, there's a lot of suggestions. They're not suggestions for me. I take those are rules of my life. So we got some time, so I figured I'd read out a ODAT. Getting over years of suspicion and other self-protective mechanisms can hardly be an overnight process. We have become thoroughly conditioned to feeling and acting misunderstood and loved, whether we really were or not. Some of us may need time and practice to break out of our shell and the seemingly comfortable familiarity of solitude. Even though we begin to believe and know we are no longer alone, we tend to sometimes feel and act in old ways. Am I taking it easy? Am I learning to wear the program in life like a loose garment? So, not taking ourselves too seriously, Rule 62. May I expect no sudden total reversal of all my old traits. My sobriety is just a beginning. May I realize that the symptoms of my disease will wear off gradually. If I slip back now and then into my old self-pity bag or my grandiosity, may I not be discouraged but grateful. At last, I can face myself honestly and not myself and not let my delusions get the best of me. Till I'll remember, easy does it. So every now and again, you're going to slip into old behavior, and it's going to happen for a second. Okay, and then you're going to need to do something about, like a 10 step or something. We are given those tools, so put down the weapons and pick up the tools. Right? All right, guys. It's going to be it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for daily reflection. So, love you guys. Peace out and have a day.